I'm doing a blog about a tarot deck that I bought. I find it to be very interesting. It's called the Lost Tarot of Nostradamus. I actually use this to do readings on Facebook or whatnot. And I seem to connect with this deck. Bought this brand new. Comes with an illustrated book. This book has I don't know. It has about 157 pages. It has a nice thickness. It's very, very detailed definitions. It has both the major and the minor arcana cards. And I'll show you what some of the cards look like. Okay. Yeah. So this is the back. It's the back of the cards. The cards are very pliable. I love this deck because it's I like a lot of cards that are unique. Maybe I got too much light going on in here, but the cards, they're very unique, and also the deck is different too because this right here. This is like the Moon's Suite. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, Neophyte. This is the Minor Arcana. 11. Moon card. And this is 14. It's also a moon card. Let's see. Try to get it close so you can see. I think I got too much light going on in here, but so I'm just going to continue to show the cards. I might have to turn the light out or so because it's kind of bright in here. Let's see. I hope so. All right. Yeah, so, and this is the star card. This is what the star card looks like. So I'm just going to go through them real quick just to show the imagery. I have like a nice little deck of tarot cards. So this one is Avis. It's also a star card. It's 13. Minor Arcana. This is still, yeah, the Two of Moons. Let me see if I can switch it up a little bit. Kind of shuffle. The thing I like about this, I'm really not good at shuffling cards, but with these, I can do it. Really not a shuffler. Okay. This right here, this is the Nine of Spheres card. And this is another moon card. Number 10, 10 of Moons. This is the Three of Moons. This is 14 of Stars. This is Minor Arcana. This is the Pope card. I don't know why there's so much light in here. Let me try one more thing because I really want you to see these cards. They're really beautiful. Okay. Trying to eliminate some of these lights. Maybe this will work this way. Maybe I have to turn it back on. I'm trying to enable. Nope, still a lot of light. Should have left it like it was. Let me turn this back on. Okay. It's not me, it's a lot of lighting. I don't know why. Can't see it. So anyway, let me look through here because I want to show you some of the, okay, like this one. This one is the 14 of Spheres. This is the Alchemist card. I'm trying to put it where you can see it. I don't know, maybe next time I do this during the daytime, I have better lighting. This is the Empress. This is Major Arcana. This is the Empress card. This is the Emperor. It's Major Arcana. This is the Lovers. You see the bow and arrow? That's Sagittarius. The Lovers card is really covers the sign of Gemini. But you see down here is the goat. That's Capricorn. This right here, like I said, with the arrow, bow and arrow is Sagittarius. I'm not sure what this sign is supposed to represent other than the Gemini. This right here is 11 of Fears. This is Minor Arcana. This is the Apprentice. This is the Two of Suns. Two of Suns. It's Minor Arcana. Seven of Moons. It's got a lot of glare in here. This is 12 of Stars. That's the Cardinal card. This is the Two of Spears. This is 10, the Fortune's Wheel. This is Major Arcana. This is the Eight of Moons, Minor Arcana. Seven of Stars, Minor Arcana. Again, this is from the Nostradamus deck. This is the 10 of Stars. Minor Arcana. 10 of Suns, Minor Arcana. This is the Three of Spheres, Minor Arcana. This is Fortitude. This is number 11. That's Major Arcana. Seven of Fears. It's Minor Arcana. This is 10 of Spheres, Minor. Arcana. 3 of Sons, Minor Arcana. 8 of Spears, Minor Arcana. This is 5 of Stars, Minor Arcana. This is 15 of Sons. This is the Prince card. This is Minor Arcana. This is 4 of Stars, Minor Arcana. This is the Justice card. This is 8 of, this is the Justice card. This is Major Arcana. This is the Fool. This is also Major Arcana. Major Arcana contains 22 books. This is the Astronomer, and this is 13 of Spheres. This is Minor Arcana. See that? This is the One of Sons. This is also Minor Arcana. This is the One of Moons, Minor Arcana. But look at that artwork. This is 9 of Sons, Minor Arcana. This is 7 of Sons, Minor Arcana. This is 4 of Sons, Minor Arcana. This is 12 of Spheres. This is Minor Arcana. This is the Postulate. This is 11 of Stars. This is Minor Arcana. This is the Hermit. This is 9. Number 9. This is the Hermit. This is Major Arcana. It's beautiful though. Look at that artwork. It's amazing. This is the Completed World. Now remember, in Rider-Waite, there is the Wheel of Fortune, and then there's the World card. Okay, so you get where I'm going with this. And this is 21. This is Major Arcana. This is the Completed World card. This is the 5 of Spheres. And when I say spheres, I don't mean F-E-A-R-S. I mean S-P-H-E-R-E-S. Spheres. Okay. This is Minor Arcana. This is 9 of Stars. This is also Minor Arcana. Look at it. Looks like the Bishop. It is a bishop, but this is Minor Arcana. This is 9 of Moons. Again, Minor Arcana. But look at all the esoteric work that is in the background of this photo. It's really interesting. I'm really attracted to tarot cards that are unique and different. I don't like things that are common that everyone flocks to. This is the Knight of Sons. This is 12, number 12, Minor Arcana. This is the Hierophant, number 5. This is Major Arcana. Might have to redo this video during the daytime because this is like almost 11 o'clock at night. This is the Judgment card, and this is 20. This is also Major Arcana. This is the moon card. It's number 18. In other decks, it's a different number. But this is major arcana. This is the one of moons. Look at that. Do you see that? The crux right here. You have esoteric book of wisdom here, and then you have the sun, and then look at the rays. It goes around, you know, that's interesting to me. That's the one of spheres. That is minor arcana. This is 6 of moons. This is minor arcana. This is the 6 of spheres. This is minor arcana. Look at that. Look at that artwork. It's like, oh my word. Okay. Look at that. Listen, I might delete this video and do it again. This is the 3 of stars. This one actually has a cross. Okay. It's minor arcana. This is the sun. This is, what number would this be? Maybe 21, I think. I'm not good with Roman numerals. But anyway, this is my major arcana. This is the sun card. Now look at how beautiful that is. Okay. Yeah. Got the little wheel up there like a time machine. This is 12 of moons. This card is called the Initiate. That minor arcana. This is the Death card. This is number 13. They say 13 is an unlucky number. I disagree, because in numerology, you add 1 and 3 and that becomes 4. 4 is a very interesting number. But anyway, look at that. That's the Death card. It's beautiful. Major arcana. This is the 4 of moons. Minor arcana. This is the 2 of stars. Look at that. Has almost the same symbols as Gemini, because you have the twins, and then you have the scales, which normally would relate to Libra. Yeah. Oh, well. That's an interesting card. That's minor arcana. This is 8 of stars. Look at that. A little castle in the background. It's like a little school of mystery. Minor arcana, by the way. Here you have the 13 of moons, which is the prophetess card. Man, you can't really see it clear. It's like fuzzy over here. Well, it's fuzzy at nighttime, but it's real good during the daytime. So I'm not going to keep saying that, but, you know, just making it clear. That's minor arcana. This is the 6 of stars. It's beautiful. Look at that dove. To me, that just means that there's good news coming. A message is on its way. Traveling is somewhere in the midst of it all. That's what I get from this card. But, oh, you know, it's going to take me a minute to learn the definitions in the book. But a lot of times I'm not far off. And this is minor arcana. This is the Chariot, which we know is, and this is card number 7. This is major arcana. Normally the Chariot card symbolizes help, assistance, support. It's a good card though. It is. And it's major, like I said, it's major arcana. This is the Eight of Suns, minor arcana. This is the Five of Moons, minor arcana. Look at that. A lot of this definitely deals with knowledge, like the Mage. This one is Four of Spheres. That deals with mysteries. I actually have a turquoise jewel that actually matches that. Oh, minor arcana. We have the Star. I refer to myself as a star. And my person's is the moon, or rather refers to themselves as such. This is the major arcana card. And this is number 17. This is number 14. This, I'm trying to put it where you can see it because you got this glare. The Temperance card is actually, it represents my zodiac, which is Sagittarius. It's a good card though. Major arcana. This is the Burning Tower, number 16. The Tower card always reveals secrets, lies, manipulation, stuff like that. Whatever is in the dark is going to come to the light. And that is also major arcana. This right here is the Five of Suns. I'm just like, oh, that's minor arcana. I'm like really, really in awe of the artwork. This is number 2. The Papist is just like the Pope card. This is a major arcana card. This is the Page. This is the 11 of Moons. I'm sorry, Suns. And this is minor arcana. This is the Devil card. This is number 15. And this, the Devil card represents Capricorn, the zodiac sign Capricorn. That's major arcana. This is the Hangman. Another thing, let me say this. The Hangman represents wisdom, knowledge, making wise decisions, learning from mistakes or whatnot. But this is major arcana. And our very last card is the Magician. And that is number 1. And this card definitely deals with trickery. Not necessarily deception in the form of what we normally would associate with, but this deals with things associated with like the mystery schools, alchemy, hidden knowledge or whatnot. Like, oh my gosh. I'm trying to get that glare off so you can see. So we have gone through the entire deck of cards. And I'm going to give it a final shuffle. don't know what it is. It seems like every month I buy like several decks of tarot cards. I think that I'm addicted to tarot. I don't know what it is. I touch tarot cards and it's like I feel energy from it. I remember when I first walked into a particular store name I will not reveal, and I walked past a particular section. Oh, a card just flew out. It's the Hermit card, which is normally a card of learning, introspections, and stuff like that. But anyway, I walked past this particular section and I actually started feeling a tingling sensation in my hands, more like in the palms of my hands. I know it sounds outlandish, but it's the truth. And I get this feeling I'm noticing now. I wasn't sure what I was, experiencing then. Is that when I walk past certain things, I kind of can connect or feel its energy. So I walk in this particular section and my hands start getting warm. So then I would rub my hand, well, not rub, but kind of like glance my hand over a certain area to see, if the sensation either would continue, would increase, decrease, whatever. Then I walked away, went in another direction, felt nothing. But every time I come in this particular area, or owl rather, my hands would start to tingle. So then I picked up, I could pick up one deck and don't feel anything. Pick up another deck and all of a sudden my hands would either be warm, too warm, and I don't mean warm like sweating. It's almost like if you get burning sensations, like if you've ever been outside in the winter too long and it's cold and you start feeling like a numbing sensation, because you're like really cold and you've been out in the elements too long. And then you start to feel numb a little bit, and then the numbing starts to feel painful, and it's almost like that frostbite type sensation. It's like it's real strong like that, but it's normally in the center of my palms, in my hands. And sometimes I've even felt it like go all the way up my arm. And no, I wasn't having a heart attack or anything like that. And yes, I'm a senior citizen, so, but no, that's not what it was. It's not what it was at all. So I noticed that with tarot cards. So I'm drawn to certain types of cards because normally when I start getting those feelings and then my instincts start nudging me, then I say, yeah, this is something I need to get, even if I'm not sure why I'm buying it. But then later, it definitely clicks in. But yeah, and I even went as far as one time I kind of like, I wasn't sure how to cleanse my cards when I first started. So I don't know. My first instinct was to take my cards and like put it up under my pillow or whatnot. I don't know. I like to connect with things that I own. And I don't know. I slept with my deck a couple of times, and I really wanted to see how it would feel. Would this be a scary thing? Because, you got people all over the internet saying, oh, your first tarot deck shouldn't be a deck that you buy for yourself. It should be something that's gifted to you, or, something bad will happen. That's not true. The most exciting thing that has ever happened to me with tarot, especially in the beginning when I bought my first deck, I kept having dreams about the Hierophant card. And it was almost like it was calling out to me. I don't know why. So, and it's some other things that happen or whatnot. But I connect with the card very well. I noticed that sometimes when, it's like I offer to do like a one question free reading to people on Facebook. Sometimes in the groups I'm involved in, it's allowed. Sometimes it's not. I guess if I'm too good, people don't want to have somebody come in their group to do a free reading when they're trying to do readings that they're trying to profit from. And I'll also say a lot of times I look at some of the readings that some people do, and I think that people get into tarot or crystals or, whatever form of divination that a person opts to pursue. I think some people get into it because now spirituality has become a trend for people. And I don't take this as a trend. This is something that is serious. I'm serious about it. I invest heavily in it and in myself. So I could never get into something that deals with energy, spiritual energy, mind sciences, anything that, especially when your soul is involved. When you're dealing with ancestors, ancestral energies, you're dealing with divine energies, sometimes low vibrational energies. That's not something to be toyed with, okay? So when I got into tarot, my thing, it's not about making money and all this other stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with it, because you do invest a lot of time and people do ask a lot of questions, and there's nothing wrong with questions, but some things that people ask, they shouldn't ask, because certain things is common sense. Like a person asked me, will they be pregnant in the next following weeks? And I could pull a card. I will never give a personal answer that comes to my mind, because I can have certain thoughts and, what I think might be accurate. But if I read through tarot, then, I cleanse my cards. I cleanse them with, I use incense sometimes, like sandalwood, frankincense, myrrh. I like citrus sage. These are things that are very cleansing, purifying, exercising negative energy out of a situation. I also use Florida water. I take a little bit, put it on my hands, once over cards. Knock on the cards, that's something that some people say you can do. You can do that with candles as well, knocking 3 times or so to cleanse it, or you can set it in salt, Himalayan salt, sea salt, just regular iodine, salt, table salt. Salt is supposed to have cleansing, purifying properties. Like I said, incense, you take the incense and you go counterclockwise to cleanse, purify, remove negative energies or reverse negativity back to whomever, whatever, and then you go clockwise, bless and protect, to access high vibrational energies to, bring forth truthful, honest information from positive intelligences, or, say angels, God, whoever you pray to. Everyone doesn't worship or pray to the same deities. I'll say that because some people worship more than one energy. Okay. And, you know, like I said, this is my conclusion to my video. I hope I didn't ramble too much. But this, again, was the Nostradamus deck, tarot deck. This is the box it came in. Bought it brand new. Most of the things that I buy are wrapped, you know, saran wrap from the manufacturer. So I think I've only bought one deck that was used, and I haven't even opened it up yet. But all my other decks are brand new. Everything I buy is new. I just want to say one more thing, and then I want to end this video because we're 36 minutes in, and I don't want to make this an hour. Like I said, I should have did this video during the daytime, but you know, I get caught up into running around, running errands, and then I get on Facebook and then on some other social media sites, killing time when I should be doing something else. But I was doing a lot of readings today, and one thing I noticed is that a lot of people, you know, I tell them that I will do one free reading, and they're allowed to ask only one question. It can't be a 2, 3 multi-part question. It has to be one specific question. And I'll pull, you know, draw, shuffle, draw, pull a card, and I will answer to the best of my ability. And what I found, I've done this a few times in different groups, and I've done it maybe twice in one particular group. And I noticed that once a lot of people started coming forth saying, hey, you're spot on. Hey, you're accurate. Hey, you know, how did you know this? And how did you know that? You know, I was muted by the admins in the group. And I asked them, like, why would you mute me? You know, I asked if I can post this in the group with your permission. And, you know, I'm offering free readings. I'm not charging anybody anything. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback. And see, my readings aren't like most other tarot readers where, like, I give you a perfect example. There was another lady on Instagram that was, I think she called herself Psychic Liz or something to that effect. And she was like, hey, I'm doing, you know, a free reading, and you get to ask one question. So I asked her one question, and she gave me like a 1-line sentence of an answer and told me if I wanted more info, I had to consult her in a paid reading. I'm like, that's stupid. If you're going to, you know, if someone's going to ask you a question, answer the question. You know, like, don't edge a person on because you're trying to get money. If you say you're going to do a free reading, whether it's one question, 2 questions, whatever, do it. It's like when I do it, I give examples of, you know, I state what the card's actual meaning is, and then I go even further and explain intuitively what I feel and my thoughts are in relation to that card and then that person. Because sometimes I kind of pick up vibes off of people. We don't have to be in the same space. We don't even have to be in the same room. Sometimes I can just pick up energy off of people and can just read them well with or without the cards. But I will say that when I use tarot, it's interesting though, because everybody so far that I have read, they have all said that I'm spot on. And I'm spot on that I have been accurate. And another person asked me a question. They said something about what was the point of it all. And I shuffled the cards, and the card that came out, it had part of its meaning had something to do with fertility, domestic life, happiness, abundance, marriage, and something else. I don't know why. Pregnant just popped up in my mind. And I asked her, I said, are you pregnant, or is someone trying to conceive? And then I told her, I said, maybe it's not you, it's somebody else in your family, because it's just something that just popped in my head. And then she told me that she was pregnant. She's like, how did you know? So it was just a feeling, so I don't know. But yeah, I've done all those readings with these Nostradamus cards, and they are very accurate. I don't know, I'm thinking about doing a giveaway, and I'm trying to get up to, I don't know, maybe 10,000 people on my channel, view, like, share, subscribe. And when I reach that 10,000 person, I'm going to offer a deck of tarot cards, brand new, of course, unused tarot cards. And I'm thinking about, just to show my appreciation to, like randomly select people or a person, every 90 days or every 180 days or whatnot for, a real nice prize. Every time I do that, cards start popping up. This popped out. Let me see what this is. I don't want to give no, sometimes I don't want to say certain things because I don't want to be speaking from ego, because that can happen. So this is the 10 of Stars. And I found it. Got to it real fast, too. Okay. And like I said, this card popped out, and it was in reverse. And it says benefits, improvement, and temporary advantage. And some other stuff. It's like a whole page full. But it's a good book. And these are amazing cards. So yeah, one more thing, and then I'm going to sign off. And this goes back to me feeling things. I was inside of this store called Marshall's, and it's interesting. I like going to that department store because actually my father's name was Marshall. So when I go in there, I don't know, it's just something about the store that I like, but I know it's attached to my father's name. So I don't know, it's just a way of feeling close. And I go in a particular section. My hands started tingling again. The closer that I got to this particular object, it's like my hands, they weren't hot. They were like extremely cold, like in the center. Again, it feels like you're holding ice in the palm of your hands. And it's so intense. It's like it hurts, but it doesn't. Hard to explain, I know. But I was getting this feeling from this item. This right here is selenite. It's a selenite tower. Selenite is known to cleanse negative energy. every time I touch it, it's like I could feel the energy shooting up my arm. I could feel it going like all over. Um, but I was able to feel the energy of this without even touching it, you know. And it's like there's a distance between myself and what's behind me. So let's just say that I'm in the department store and this is way over there. And I so clearly and distinctively felt everything in the center of my hand. So in order to even find this, or let's say what the energy was, I had to walk down the aisle and just hold my hand out like this. Yeah, I know it looked weird, but I don't care. You know, I had to find out where this feeling of energy was coming from. So I'd walk down and I just, hold my hand out. And everywhere I went, I just passed and passed. Like my hand is right here now. I'm not even touching it, but it's like right below it. And I'm having like this, it's like a spasm. It's like the energy, I can feel it. It's like, it's just no different if someone hits you real hard or something, or, like I said, it's just like holding ice, and it's like you feel this cooling, numbing sensation. And it's kind of like a good feeling. It's like I could feel it in my heart. I can feel it in my chest area as well. Every time I touch certain crystals, it affects me a certain way. Another thing I'll say is this is a solidite crystal. This is another one. I walked past an owl and my hands started tingling, and I had to go past the owl and just hold my hand out. I didn't have to necessarily touch anything, but just hold my hand out and scan the area. And my hand got extremely cold when I came across this. And I said, okay, I have to have this. I still don't quite know all of its benefits, but I know I feel good when I touched it. So I definitely got one. I'm gonna have a tumbled stone of it because that was what I originally felt. But I turned around and got another one to wear on my neck. Okay. What else did I get? This is interesting. I love turquoise. In fact, I always liked turquoise ever since I was preteens, little girl. I don't know. Used to have turquoise shoes, turquoise dresses. I don't know. I like turquoise. But here's something that was different than happened. I used to have these reoccurring dreams. I won't say that they were all positive, but it's something that always relates back to an environment or not an environment per se, but a neighborhood that I grew up in. And so like a lot of violence used to occur in this particular neighborhood. Okay. So, I left that area, before I turned 18, and I haven't really been back there since. But I have a lot of reoccurring dreams about the environment. Different scenarios take place. Certain violent things occur in the dreams or whatnot. Not specifically towards me, but it's just like watching a movie of violent actions. And I will say that I was inside of a store. Matter of fact, this is a store, a craft store that I go to called Michael's. And I go there to buy black candles. I buy black candles, white candles, but particularly black candles because they're good for uncrossing, removing jinxes, negative energies. Everything about black candles is not bad. It's, black candles are also protective. It's good for banishing, but it's also good for blessings. And I like to use black candles. Matter of fact, I get a lot of I get more energy from black candles than I do from any other candle. It's like, I can light a candle and the flame has gone up as high as this. Believe it or not, I even, would record certain things with my cell phone and take pictures and stuff. It's amazing some of the stuff that I've seen um, while doing prayers, petitions, and things, and dealing with candles and using different herbs and oils. Because when I first started, I wasn't doing none of that. But now I'm a little bit more involved in my spirituality. But I will say that since I bought this and I put it on, I have not had any more of those dreams. And then I, took it off a few times just to see, but I've noticed that when I've, since I wear it, I don't have certain dreams I used to have. I don't have them at all. Um, no, I don't look at the item as if it's a talisman per se or a protective thing per se. But I will say that there are certain things that shield us from certain energies, whether it's low vibrational energies or not. Um, and the best way I try to explain it to people is, like some people try to say wearing amulets, this is an amulet, or some people might even call it a talisman. They say it's evil. And I say, well, how is that so? I say, most people live in a house, okay? The house shelters you from the elements, whether it's wind, rain, um, even a fire to some extent. Um, or, certain things to deal with things that relate to the earth. It shields you, even shields you from people. Um, your home is your refuge, but it's also an environment that can shield or protect you from certain things. Is that evil? No. So how is this any different? It's just another layer of um, covering yourself. I wear tiger's eye. uh, this, I will say, I bought this for other reasons. Um, when like I said, when I was first buying crystals and stuff, I had no idea of what each particular crystal did. I didn't associate it with zodiac signs or with healing elements or appealing to, angels or higher energies or whatever. I didn't associate it with none of that. I wasn't even thinking or assuming anything like that. But I have learned that a lot of things, and I do mean a lot of things, um, they do carry energy, vibration. They do assist in covering you, blocking certain things out. Um, you know, just like Florida water. You know, um, a lot of people just associate it with something that is in a hoodoo religion. It's not. Actually, it was actually a perfume that originated in a barber shop, and it was used as an astringent. smelled really nice, and it was later introduced into the hoodoo practice. And like cinnamon, uh, apples, oranges, because Florida water has citrus and sweeteners in it. When I say sweeteners, I'm not talking about uh, like preservatives and stuff, sugars and stuff like that, but like natural fruits that have certain properties, healing properties, spiritual properties. Um, it's just I've learned that certain things do have a place. They do have a place. They do carry energy. They attract energy, or they repel. I I bought something else. I'm kind of proud of this. Um, I'll just show this and then I'm signing off. Where is it? Okay. This right here I bought is a seal. It is the seals of Saturn. These are Solomon seals. Some people think that certain sigils, because that's what it is, the sigil, which is a name that is normally given for energies or angels or spirits, different things. Has different commands, they have different functions, um, different duties that they carry out. So I remember when I first purchased this and I cleansed it and all. I took a spiritual bath. I used sage, salt, all kinds of stuff to like cleanse myself, because you have to be careful when you buy things and you bring things into your house, because everybody is practicing different forms of spirituality and you just don't know what their mindset, their intentions are, or what they were feeling when they created, manufactured, whatever, if they was feeling negativity, or some people are naturally negative, you don't want to bring that to you or put that on you. So, you cleanse yourself and then you cleanse your items and then you put them on. So, yeah, the first time that I wore it, I was kind of a little apprehensive. And I said, no, I'm not going to be that way. I'm not going to let an amulet, a sigil scare me, And when I put it on, I started hearing like high pitching sounds or whatnot in my ears. A lot of people who've experienced it will know exactly what I'm talking about. Some people call it a download. Some people say that, some communication, angelic communication is occurring. People have different statements or declarations of what's going on. But I will say this. I've noticed some differences in my life, in my environment, among other things, since I've worn it. I can say that about a few things that I have purchased, whether it's crystals, books, candles, tarot cards, pendulums, Ouija boards. I mean, I got a little bit of everything. And, I've adapted this mentality of not allowing fear to take over, because a lot of people grow up and they're told you don't do this, you don't do that. But why are the same people that are telling most people not to use this, not to learn this, not to practice this, not to be this, not to perform this, are the very same people that are doing exactly what they're trying to dissuade you from doing. So, anywho, I've completed what I wanted to do. I've gone over the time I wanted. I can clearly see we into an hour. But I hope that this video has helped somebody. Um, you know, whether someone who's interested in tarot cards, if you're interested in crystals, if you're new on the spiritual path. My goal is to make more videos and to share my experiences. Like I said, I have different, I have like a lot of decks of tarot cards. So, and I don't know, maybe we'll get into doing some reviews of some more tarot cards or some crystals. And, like I said, in the future, I plan to do some giveaways. Every time my channel, each individual reaches 10,000 views, likes, shares, and people subscribe, mostly, especially if you subscribe. I want to do some one question readings. I don't want to be limited by Facebook, because what I don't like is when you get in groups and other people that read, and like I said, whether they're charging money or not, jealousy is real. And if you start doing readings and you're right according to the people that you're reading for on just about every one of your readings, that I can see how that can make certain people feel a certain way, especially when my readings are very detailed. They're not like one or two sentences. You might get a paragraph out of me. So I like to be very specific. I like to be detailed. I like to treat people how I like to be treated. So I'm signing off, and thank you for viewing Swagg World of Tarot. Good night.